Hello everyone, welcome. So I hope everything is working well. It should. I'm just checking whether there is any delay. Of course there is. There. That looks smooth. Okay, so welcome again. Well, you saw the thumbnail, and that's exactly what we are going to do. So first, I wanted to model this as a modeling practice and put it on my website, but it's too late. I'm running out of time, and I decided to just remake this. Well, it's on mine, but I already made it. So why not share with you how to get something similar. Yeah, in 3D. I don't think this is 3D, honestly. I think maybe Photoshop, maybe even Illustrator, possibly, or 3D. But I doubt this. Okay, so let's get into it. Let me just download this again, and let's go. Let's open Blender. I already have it open. Let's hide Chrome, and hopefully you can see everything. Let's see. Okay, back to Blender. Blender, where are you? There you go. I'm just gonna open another tab or window, whatever you call it. Just choose image editor, and let's drag and drop the image here. Now we have it as a reference. Alright, I have a hidden camera. It's right here. Just positioned it in a good position. Perfect. Just open another window. 3D view, and I want to see exactly what. I want to see here the camera. Another thing in Blender, what we can do is the camera, we can give it a background image, or we can just drag and drop the image that we had. Just drag and drop it. Perfect. By the way, this is horizontal, or should I say portrait rather than landscape image, and it's not really important. So let's fix this. It's 100% full HD. Just copy and paste and basically switch. I wish Blender had a switch button that you can change these, like flip or something, but it doesn't have anything like that. It doesn't really matter. It's not a big deal. So now, alright, so now we have this inside our camera. Let's see what we can do. I'd like to make some circles. Shift A, mesh, UV sphere. Any sphere is good, but I don't have this quad sphere. Let's make one. How about that? So this comes with a mesh machine, I suppose. And to make this, it's possible to make it without the add-on. So I'll just subdivide. Oh, one thing I forgot to add is this thing that never kept enabled. It's really hard to find it. Where is it? Oh, there you go. No. Should be here. So you can see my hotkeys. Well, I should have prepared this before. Oh, there you go. Before I enable it, let's just put in visible color. It's probably white. And we'll keep it in the center. There you go. So basically, just gonna do one more time. Apply. Let's just select all these. Alt Shift S and drag. Make sure it's 1 here. We're good to go. Oh, right click and shade smooth. That's another important thing. Let's go back to camera. Let's see. Move the camera closer. Okay, now we have this here. Just gonna scale it and see how we can make these circles. I mean, how we can position these circles. So let's just scale and move until we get what we want. So I should go here. So I have this one, so I can work on this instead. And look here, move this down, scale it. Let's duplicate, scale it, move this forward. Oops. Like so. And have another one here. To duplicate, just press Shift D. I mean, you can already see the shortcuts. Press 0 if you wanna see what's in the camera, or see what the camera sees. This back. Oh. Like so. Perfect. I do have another one in a very odd position. I don't really care whether they collide or not. I don't think it's a huge issue. Okay. The back. Oops. There you go. Let's move this one. Smaller. Oops. Okay. Like so. Alright. And another one. I mean, it's not that complex. You just add circles and everything is fine. Shouldn't be worried about. They should not really be at the exact position. Okay. So I have nothing really to explain here. Just make sure you have these spheres in different positions. Some are close to the camera, some are far. Scale this down. Okay. That's fine. And another one. Not sure why I'm not using this. Okay. Alright, perfect. I think that's enough. Alright, so what can we do now? So what I want to do is add materials. How about that? So let's go to shading, and one second. Okay, so okay, let's press 0 to okay, 0 again. I'll start with EV because it's faster and maybe easier, and we'll have more control. Okay, what on earth is this? So this is basically the image that we added. It's odd. Okay, so here in the camera, you can select the camera here, or in the what's this, outliner, and just disable background. Perfect. Okay, I want to keep it, let's keep it gray, I don't mind. And let's probably open our reference image here. Okay. Oops. Perfect. I'll start with this, or probably the gold. Yeah, the gold material. So who are, or which are the spheres that will be gold? So this one probably, or probably this one for sure, and this one, and so on. I have another one here. So 5, I think. I'm pretty sure that's all. Great. So is it possible to hold Alt and add? Let's try this. Alt, and let's call this gold. Okay. Yeah. Oh, sorry, I was lost for a moment, or probably I'm lost all the video. Okay. What's next? Gold. So this is definitely metallic. Or before we tweak these settings, let's before we care about the material, let's see whether this holding Alt and clicking the material is any beneficial. No. Well, I should let's quick look at a noise map, noise texture. Oh, so it doesn't work. So let's select all the spheres that I want to have the same material as this one, and right click, or no, press Ctrl L and just click link material. Okay, let's duplicate this, press Ctrl T, and let's use object as a as the coordinate, and let's search for a color. Let's add color. Let's add color RAM so we can control the color. That's what I'm trying to say. Okay, let's move these here, and let's pick a nice gold color. I don't think it should have any gray value. And the second one should be actually I'm making a huge mistake. Let me just press Ctrl C. Instead of changing the color, I think we should just change the roughness instead, because that's what it is. So let's take this set RGB, just so we can either duplicate or let you know later on why we added this, because you might ask why don't we just use this. Okay, I'll explain later. No gray values and a little bit of nice orange color. This will be good. Well, lighting, I don't know, but not really sure. But for pretty sure there is a light coming from this direction here, hitting these spheres. Probably one here, but it's not very obvious. But I do see some lights coming from the back side. So I'd definitely use area light. Shift A, search for light, area light. And this is the important light. Actually, let's see what this one would look like. Okay, like so. Bigger and probably brighter. One thing I do want to change is here in the color management. I definitely want to keep it standard, because you know this style is, you know, it's not something realistic, and yeah, that's all. Probably all change later, the exposure, maybe, but let's keep it simple for now. Okay, nice light. One thing I want to change is here the viewport, so I take it all the way up. Okay, so maybe it's a little bit too high. Let's make it look this way. Whoops, not that way. Like so. Oh, great. Now, about the other light coming from this side, just so, and this one should be a little bit bigger. Also should have less power, just to remove all the dark area. So, perfect. Let's add one here back. This should give us a night. This should give us a nice line here, bright line, especially if the it's gonna be visible, especially if the background is dark, which it is. So the size, change the size a little bit, and there you go. Well, even more power. Yeah, this should work. And let's go back to shading. One thing I want to change as well is here by selecting the camera. I want to go to the camera settings. Oh, for a moment I thought I had my microphone turned off, but thankfully it's on. Okay, here on the camera, we will use depth of field, but not now. I just forgot what I'm about to do. Oh, okay, so is it safe area? Was it viewport display? Yeah. And here, just when you take it all the way up, it's gonna start become black. So yeah, I like it darker, but not fully black, because this distracts me a lot. Okay, let's keep it like so. Perfect. And now, well, we should save this. Let's throw it somewhere. That's that was random. I honestly don't have any idea what to call this. Oh. You know what? Let's keep that. Doesn't really matter. So let's focus here. The color does not really match. Really sucks. Okay, let's pick something yellow. Okay, so let's forget about that. Let's see how we can create this texture, nice texture. So the easiest way to do this is to, I think, just drop another noise in. So we have noise, we get something, I guess. Come on. Alright. So, let's tweak the scale value. I do wanna change this to constant, and my leg is hurting. Give me a moment. Right. Oh. Okay, let's give it 0.5. Perfect in the middle, and now we can change the tweak. Okay. Okay, so now it looks a little bit like it. Before I add this, I just want to see how this one looks. Yeah, pretty rough. So let's remove the roughness and change the scale. Why is this changing every time? Editor. Should I drag and drop it again? This keeps disappearing. Is that? It's because yeah, that's odd. Probably another. Should I use something else? UV editor. Anyways. Yeah, why not? Let's try UV edit. Oh, let's pin it. Is this how this should work? Yeah, that's good. Learned something. Alright, now let's drag this and drop it right here. Hello LTF007, Tizat. Wa alaikum salam. What am I doing? I'm working on this. Hope you can see it, right? This nice abstract. And it's gonna be a lot of fun. I think we're gonna learn some good things. I mean, I already know it, but I just want to share this with you guys. Please ask any question, LTF007, if you have any. You're most welcome to ask anything. At the same time, let me carry on. So by adding this, let's make sure we have the factor to the vector. Gives us more what I'm looking for. Let's slow this down a little bit. Yep. So here in the reference image, we can see that we have many lines here, and that's not what we have here. So probably add more. What was the thing? Yeah, let's scale this more. There you go. Now we're getting somewhere. And probably remove, not remove, but lower the roughness. Oh, there you go. That looks more like what I'm looking for. Well, it's basically the same thing. If you take this to 0, or this, it's the same thing. I don't wanna. Let's keep a little bit of it. I do think this is good enough. I'm gonna scale this. Text sphere. Yay. Swirly texture on spheres. Thank you so much, man. You're welcome. Always welcome. Have you tried a wave texture instead of noise texture? Oh yeah, yeah. No, I didn't really try this, but yeah, I think it's a good idea. We may want to give it a try. Although it looks exactly how I'm looking for, but I agree. I think it's should be a good idea. I want to rotate this in the z-axis here to have some different looks. Let's see how it looks with wave texture like you suggested. Shift I and search for wave texture. Let me just lower my, move my chair up. Okay. There you go. So, how is this gonna look like? Okay. And let's give this vector to the vector. Oh yeah. Looks even better, I suggest. Or the same, one of both. Yeah, there is a slight difference. Well, since you suggested this, let's keep it. I think it's way easier. Yeah, let's keep it this way. Very interesting. So basically, I want to put this to the roughness value, like so. Let's preview the material, and it should look more like doesn't look like anything. So let's change the roughness. We don't want it to be very rough, or we don't want it to be extreme. So let's give it a nice gray value, and here a not very reflective, or should I say glossy maybe, like so. And let's see. So one thing I noticed is that here the texture looks the same in every sphere. So let me just select the spheres and rotate them randomly. Just double R and find a nice position for everyone. That should be. Let's do for this is randomly. Like so. Perfect. LTF 007DZ. No, thank you, man. Thank you for this suggestion. It was actually very easy because I shouldn't really tweak the all the noise and settings. Worked a lot better. So another thing I want to do is let's select the, or before we mess with the other material, I do see that this is a little bit darker than what we have in the reference. So one thing I usually do is press Shift A and let's search for math and vector math, and let's search for scale, and here let's see. So basically we used a vector scale that multiply basically, but the vector. I'm just gonna move this up till it looks more like what I'm looking for. Yeah, probably give it a more orange color. Yep, probably. Yeah, looks good. I do think it's a little bit too bright. I have no idea how to fix that. Let's just lower this down. Well, I do think it's just fine. Yeah, no, it looks better. Let's duplicate this. Probably let's use, what's the opposite of add? Is it subtract? Yeah, it should be. Subtract, and there you go, now we're doing something. Okay, so we subtract a little bit of the light, because the light was too bright here, honestly. Let's see. So 0, like so. I don't think it did. Yeah, it didn't do a lot of things. Didn't change it really much. But I do think it should work for us. Let's mess with this. Let's give it scale. This one should work fine. Probably the light is a little bit too much. Back to 100. Ah, this should work. Alright. Good, good. Let's do the other material. So this is basically the same. So let's use the gold, but let's duplicate it and let's name it gray. What else should we name it? Thank you, LTF007. By the way, what should I call? What should I call you? I feel like I'm. It's hard to spell all these letters and numbers. If you can give me your nickname or anything you want. I've never thought about using a vector node behind a color node. Yeah, me too. Actually, I never thought about it. I give credits to all the YouTubers. Let me give the name. CG Matter, Default Cube, same guy. Really learned a lot from him. Great tutorials. Well, this is Blender. It's open source. You find everything online. So people like to share things, especially if it's free software. All right. So let's carry on. So the first thing, I do want to change the color. No color, dark, and I don't think this is metallic. Shouldn't be metallic, at least. We may keep it though. Let's see what happens if I remove everything. Okay, it doesn't really look good. I just want to keep the metal mass. Here it looks, in the reference image, it looks really rough. Very, very rough, so let's tweak these settings here. Like so, and like so. This is really distracting. Oop. Double R. That looks more. That looks better. And no. Change the scale maybe. No. Why is this? Oh yeah, we used the wave. Okay, there you go. Oh, some distortion. Nice. There are a lot of settings I can change here, which is way better. Could be very useful actually. Interesting. Yeah, CG Meta. Lutfi. Well, nice to meet you, Lutfi. Oh, that was the LTF sounds for, yeah. Yeah, float view. Yeah, well, CG Meta does has some crazy tutorials. For me, what's more impressive is his editing. He's an entertainer, I suggest. Like his videos are not boring, not boring like mine, probably. Anyways, yeah. Well, let's see. I don't want to make this video very long. I think I can finish this quick. Let's see. Well, let's keep it this way. I think mine looks way better than this one, honestly. I don't know. I like reflecting. I like reflection. That's it. One thing is to remove this, because in the black object. Oh yeah, that's why it was too bright. So now if I remove metallic, it should work. Should look better. Metallic, remove. Yeah, looks fine. So select all the other spheres, which you can't see that I'm selecting, but I'm pretty sure, positive that I am selecting them. They're just hidden. This. Great. And let's see. Well, this part really doesn't look good. Like so. Awesome. Okay, what else can we do? So I think we are nearly done. I thought we had many things. Yeah, let's select the camera, and I'd love to add depth of field. Okay, let's see. Where is it? There you go. Instead of picking, I do want to give this a very low value, 0.5, and let's see. Okay, so one trick I like to do is when you select the camera from here or select it from there, you want to make sure you are in the camera, and just here right click and depth of field distance picker, just pick whatever you want to have focus on. Which was very cool way to, you know, do things fast, you know. I kind of like it, I don't know. Very fast, very quick to get into. What else do we have? Bloom, probably add bloom. Since we are using Eevee, bloom is directly in the view, 3D view, so it's easy to tweak. Radius, probably lower the radius. Let's give it more intensity. Like so. Looks good. Probably not very similar, but I think it's all good. Let's add more light from the bottom here. Let's go back to the camera. I want to give it a higher value. Yeah, you can see that we have another light source here, which I don't like. 70. Lutfi, you said when you look at it, it looks dark. When it faces the camera, and brighter or other way. Did I read this correctly? When you look at it, it looks dark. When it faces the camera. Oh, okay, it looks dark when it faces the camera, and brighter the other way. Not sure. You mean from this view? I think because we have more light source. Or which way do you mean exactly? Ah, for now, okay. Oh, well, I didn't read the first message. You should use for now. Oh yeah, I agree. Yeah, it gives the effect that we're looking for. I agree. Yeah, let's give it a try. Yeah, well, that's why we shouldn't use a backlight. Yeah. I mean, black spheres you should use for now. Yeah, I agree. That's a good idea. Why not give it a try? Well, I used lighting and sometimes we do, but I think for now you have less control over it because only if you multiply. Search, whoops, Shift A, search for. I like to use layer weight. You have Fresnel and this facing thing. So we could multiply these, or should we add? Let's add. I think add should work. Let's see. Well, for now doesn't really look. Let's use the other one. Just want to see how it looks. So when we add, oh yeah, we shouldn't add it here. Oh, we should add it with the color. Okay. Adding this to the roughness, no idea why. Now, let's see. Let's use a color ramp. There you go. More color. Let's see. Should look better. Yeah, definitely better. Like you said, compared to the reference image, looks way better. Thank you for the advice. Okay, let's give it more. Yeah, should be brighter, like so. Perfect. Not really. I do think it has a little bit of blue tint, so let's give it a little bit of blue. So that should work. Perfect. Okay. Great. So yeah, why not? Let's keep it this way. Looks more like the reference. Looks great. Probably lower this down a little bit. Perfect. Save this and well, I think we're done. Let's render this out. Let's give it more samples. EV render. I don't think we need much. I do think this is enough. Cool. Yep. Looks good. Well, I can't just leave it there. I think we should try a cycles render. Okay. Wow. So one thing for cycles render is definitely should lower this one down. So, and like, yep, perfect. Well, not perfect, but I don't really remember what I did in the cycles. Nice to meet you too, Lutfi. Well, yeah, I think I need to go to sleep as well. Thank you for joining. I'm planning to do a daily live stream, learning and share with other people's my experience. And we'll meet you another day. Take care, Lutfi. Let's wrap this up. I think we don't have anything left here in the cycles, and it's weird that the color is changing a little bit. Back to. I think another way to fix this is just to add exposure. So let's give it some exposure. That's too much. Well, something good is that we can select this. Where is it? Oh, for God's sake! Yeah, in standard false color. There you go. So I don't want to. I think red is bad, but not sure. I think white is the worst. So definitely don't need white. There you go. There we have white. So I think red is fine. Yeah, we're good. Like so. Okay, I have no idea how it looks. Let's go back to standard. There you go. Well, I'm satisfied with this. Let's preview this like so. Lutfi, wish you the best as well. Keep up the good work. Thanks, man. Take care, man. Have a good night. Okay. So I think we're done as well. Thank you for watching, everybody. Everybody. Just called everybody bunny. Anyways, thank you for thank you for joining. Probably not live, but thank you, Lotfi, again. The next, well, I'm looking at something that you are not looking. Let me just share with you my browser for a moment. There you go. So this, hopefully, if I stay alive, this is the next tutorial. Let's model this thing, text it as well. Probably not in 1 hour, or maybe probably not in 2 hours as well. So I think it may take 5 hours. Let's hope not. So thank you for joining. See you in the next video. Peace, everyone. Take care.